This is the Bravos Maytag Quiet Series 400 with steam dryer and started making a rattle noise. I will demonstrate. So dryers can squeak, they can rattle, they can rumble. Squeaks are usually belt associated. There's a belt that turns the drum. Rattles sometimes, if you don't have it level, you'll get a rattle noise. That kind of a rumble noise you hear is, I think, caused by the rollers that support the drying drum inside. Last a long time, but they don't last forever. I'll show you how to start to get the cabinet off of this Maytag Bravos Quiet Series 400. It's not immediately apparent how to get into this thing. There's no screws like there are on some units, so it's almost like they don't want you to get in here. But got the machine unplugged. Anytime you take the cabinet off an appliance, it's a good idea to unplug it. And I got a putty knife here that I just put a little piece of tape over, just so it won't scar the finish. And there is a spring clip in here that has to be released, and on the other side as well. So once you know the secret, it's really very simple. Inside the top of the cabinet, in order to remove the front panel of the cabinet with the door attached, I'm just going to remove this top sheet metal screw fastener. And there's one also on the other side. Right there. It's that top fastener that engages that sheet metal clip on the back side. Once those are both removed, then lift up on the front panel with the door still attached, and you can remove the entire front panel with the door attached. This electrical connector is the door switch. That's what prohibits the dryer from starting if you have the dryer door open. So when we want to test to see if we've gotten rid of this noise, I'm just going to go ahead and leave that connected and leave the door closed on the front of the panel, and then, but still with the entire front panel removed, I'll be able to cycle the dryer and see if I've solved that rumble rattle noise. Here we are again looking down at the top of this open dryer cabinet. This is the dryer drum, and this is the belt that turns the dryer drum. And around the bottom side of this, it goes through a tensioning pulley that has a spring on it. And I believe the kit that I bought has a spring in it. That gets replaced. The belt gets replaced along with the rollers. Now I think the rollers are the problem, but you know, once you go to all the trouble of uncasing this thing, you might as well fix all the sort of time-sensitive parts. So this belt is under tension, like I described, and I think the best way to access the underside of this is going to be through the back panel. So I'm going to be removing the back panel of the dryer, and I'll just show you that. So again, these are sheet metal fasteners on here. These are 1/4 inch fasteners. I'll just remove what I need to get this back panel off and give me access to that space underneath the dryer drum down there. On the front, those fasteners were, what were they, 5/16, and these are 1/4 inch. So you're going to need a few different sockets to get this thing uncovered. Okay, we're underneath the dryer now at the back side, and this is the dryer drum belt that goes around this motor drive spindle and this tensioning roller or pulley here. Here's the tension spring, and you can see we've got a problem here. I got black powder all around here and piled up here on the bottom. So that is disintegrated belt, maybe disintegrated bushing. Anyway, something is coming apart and wearing rapidly, indicating that we've got some kind of problem. I don't know if my little repair kit is going to address this issue, but I'm going to investigate here a little further. Alright, here is the dryer with the drying drum removed. All I did was disconnect the belt from that tension pulley and from around that motor drive spindle, and the drum lifts out. There's a couple of felt seals front and back, but those go back fairly easily. So now this lets a little daylight in on the issue, and we can start to investigate here. So here is one of the rollers that the drum sits on, and that spins pretty good. Here is, where is that? Oh, here's another one. That one's pretty good. And where's this one? Here's another one. Oop. That one doesn't sound so good. So that's an issue. And here is the fourth one. That one still sounds pretty good. But the real problem we got is, let's see, this tension pulley. That doesn't turn at all. That's got to turn. So, and the motor still turns nice, so that's good. So it turns out, I bet our noise is coming from this issue here. Now the question is that part of the kit? So I looked at my kit, and 1, 2, 3, 4 rollers, and yahoo, that is a replacement part. So all this stuff is going to get changed out, not just the broken parts. This dryer is going to get overhauled with all new rollers, this new tension pulley, new belt around the drum. Whatever else is in here, I am going to use up. And I'll get to work on that now. While I'm at it, I'm going to clean all this lint and all the other stuff that's built up in this dryer over the past 7 years, and get it cleaned up a bit. Okay, I did want to show you a close-up of how these rollers are attached on their axles. This is called a triangular ring, and there's a little rise on the tip of this axle that this ring fits over the top of. And these are made out of plastic, and you just stick a flat blade screwdriver in and deform it to the point where you can get it over this high point, and then after that this roller slides off. And there's another triangular ring on the back end, and the replacement kit provides new triangular rings, so it's a good idea to start off fresh with the new ones from the kit. So I've replaced the rollers, but it seems my real problem was this tension pulley, or more properly called an idler pulley. But anyway, here's the wheel, the pulley wheel, and it was seized onto this shaft, and it would not turn at all. And so I think my rumbling rattle noise was the belt trying to wrap its way around this pulley that would not turn, and causing this idler tension spring to alternately go under tension and then release, and then you can see how that would make a pretty good rattle noise. So I don't know what seized it on there. Obviously some gunk that shouldn't be there, and so what I'm going to do now is try to clean off this shaft with some kind of no residue cleaner like brake clean. I think I have some electronics part cleaner, and I'm going to get that all shined up so that the new pulley hopefully will not seize on there. Alright, I have replaced all the rollers, 4 of them, and also replaced the idler pulley, and now it spins. So I think solved the problem. We'll see. At this point I'm going to put the new belt around the drum and lower the drum back into place, and put the cabinet back together around the dryer.
Here I am testing it, and you can see the idler pulley is turning, which is good.
Alright, here we are all put back together. The one problem, little snag I encountered is that the belt that was included with the kit was a little shorter. So I could not make it work. I put the old belt back on. So that could be a problem later on, but for now it's working just fine. We'll get her started here. Alright, that sounds like a functioning dryer. And the way I bought this kit, like I said, about 23 bucks online, is you match it up with the model number. And if you're wondering where to find your model number, open up the door on the Maytag Bravos 400, that's where it is. So theoretically, if you match up the model number and put that in to your online parts vendor, you'll get the right parts. So everything seemed to work except the belt, but overall it's a pretty good deal. I should say I'm not a appliance repairman, just a guy that is interested in the way things work. I want them to work properly, and most importantly, I don't want to spend a lot of money on repairs. Hope you found this useful.